Good evening, David. Good evening, one and all. A Monday night match in the Championship that is a real appointment to view. The leadership of the division could change hands, but it will certainly be tough for Middlesbrough to achieve that objective. Two of the in-form sides. The major difference, one started brilliantly, one certainly did not. So a first meeting between one old hand and a mightily impressive new recruit to the Championship in Kim Hellberg. Palmer. Burrows willing on the overlap. Oh, pacey cross. Malander in the way of it. Palmer. And the first work for Bryn. Oh, dangerous ball by Sariki. And Peck with a chance.
Well, Alan Brown is a very, very relieved man, because it's an awful clearance for somebody so experienced. Sol Bryn called into action first here. This is a save you would expect him to make. But it's this next bit here that Alan Brown will be grateful. That's a terrible clearance, and Sidney Peck.
Some good work by Whittaker initially, and here's Hackney. And a chance for Tommy Conway.
Well, I couldn't really be critical of Hayden Hackney, but I actually think he's gone the wrong way, because I think Riley McGree had the run and was at a more favourable angle. The problem with passing it to the left to Tommy Conway, he's going to have to take the strike with his weaker left foot. But there's the hounding. They win it back, and then all of a sudden, they've got a 3v2. But now, Aidan Morris would have been in. Goes to Conway, weaker left foot, and you can see, never really convinced that he was going to find the net from there.
Sariki can do that as well, as he's proving here. Really good work from the right back. Brooks! Arblaster battling for it. Brooks hoping for another chance. Hackney. Well, Middlesbrough relief that they're able to get out. And when they get out, they're always capable of making mischief at the other end. Great ball there by Malander. Hackney fouled, but advantage played. And Conway, Whittaker!
Wow, this is breathless. I have to say, this is two top Championship teams going toe-to-toe here. It's brilliant from Sariki. That target way too easily, and Andre Brooks there. It's another block. But before you know it, Middlesbrough up the other end of the pitch, and this, for me, that's the best chance of the game. Morgan Whittaker can't direct the header.
Burrows providing a roadblock. Oh, that's beautiful play! And Conway! Fabulous goal! It's been a fabulous match, and Middlesbrough have the edge and are on course for the top.
Well, Merce spoke in the studio about Morgan Whittaker and just needing a goal to get him off. Tommy Conway, just a few games ago, was exactly the same. But how good is that? One touch round the corner, and then there's an awareness from McGree that Conway is free. And I have to be honest here, I thought Tommy Conway had one touch too many. Not that one, that extra one. I thought that was going to allow, I think it's Sariki, to get across. But he has an extra touch, just there, look. And I thought, oh, but he proves me wrong. It's a smart finish from a man full of confidence. And yet again, his team find themselves in front. They say goals change games. They don't. They change mentalities. And so the Sheffield United players have to get over it. And Middlesbrough fans certainly loving it.
Lots of time. Here's Conway again. Hackney won't turn one down. and just a fraction wide. Oh, Harmer, has he unlocked the door here? Bamford! So often they've gone the right side of the post, and it's a real let-off for Middlesbrough.
As good as the Middlesbrough goal was, this would have trumped it because of A, the movement, B, the pass, C, the touch, and the only thing missing was the finish. Goes for power, and he just pulls it a fraction here, look. You just wonder whether he could have opened his body out. But look, Melander's got him under a lot of pressure as the ball drops, and he can take the strike.
Oh, Sariki able to pick that one off. O'Hare wants it. He finds Peck. Harmer's loitering. He has space. Oh! But the goalkeeper at his best.
Well, he made a mistake at Stoke City and then made a brilliant save to keep the score at just 1-0 down. They turned it around, but this is a big save, isn't it, from Sol Bryn? Big moment, big save. I think it could prove, we'll see just how important that turns out to be.
Whittaker. It's open up for him now. And Cooper alive to it.
It's brilliant again from Middlesbrough. You know if you're Sheffield United, don't let him in, don't let him in. But 3-4 defenders can't stop him.
Hackney, fed by Conway again. Whoa, and the post clattered, but on hand to follow up and take full advantage was Riley McGree, and the smiles say it all for those wearing the white shirt of Middlesbrough. And joy at the other end of Bramall Lane. The direction of travel very favourable now.
Well, I'm going to say something here. It's Hayden Hackney, and for me, there'll be some that agree and some that disagree. I think Hayden Hackney is the best player in the Championship. He is outstanding. Look, he wins that header there and then he's off. That's not easy, that control. He's under pressure from Arblaster, but he just gets that yard of space and he lets a beauty go. Michael Cooper can't get across. It bounces, fortuitously, up and onto the head of the very alert Riley McGree. Look, he's following it in like a striker would, Riley McGree. They're singing Borough fans, we are top of the league. And they are, and are in an absolute calamity and collapse. They will be.
Well, the change, David, is the introduction of Joe Rothwell, as you already gathered. Oliver Arblaster is withdrawn.
Just how that team talk went, because it's always when you're 2 down, it's all about the next goal. If you can get it, kind of think, well, it's game on.
Brooks, O'Hare! Oh. And it escapes Bamford's clutches.
Well, I wonder whether he's disappointed with himself rather than Callum O'Hare, because just, if he can anticipate this, he's got to tap in. Patrick Bamford, getting brilliant. Brooks and O'Hare linking up on that right-hand side, but how quickly does he go? He should be on now. He doesn't really commit to go all the way, and it's too late. And he knows it. Look, without hesitation, they're up against one of the best teams, if not the best team in this division. They're 2 goals down. If they can get one, you just never know. That's what they're trying to mastermind there.
Yeah, Michael Collins in the discussion there with well, it was a bit of a soliloquy from Chris Wilder. Phillips spreading it superbly for Harmer. And now a chance for Bamford! Picture changes! Sheffield United take the first step down comeback trail.
Well, this is brilliant. And look, they'd had that warning of the Harmer-Bamford combination, but from Phillips there, brilliant pick out. Harmer, what about this for a pass? You won't see too many better this season, and Patrick Bamford knows as long as he gets this first touch right, he's in business. He does, the second is even better, and really, out of nowhere, it is game on. Well, different atmosphere in the stands.
Certainly nerves amongst that buoyant bunch behind the goal to our left, and hope in the West Midlands. And he'll still run for Andre Brooks. Oh, Malana intervened, Campbell! It was fierce, and Bryn was up to the task.
I mean, this is unbelievable reaction from Sol Bryn, because he cannot possibly have seen much of this as it flew through the bodies. But again, front foot, Andre Brooks committing defenders, falls for Campbell. It's a good strike and a good save.
Hackney using his body really well, and that was clever. He's managed to guide it to Brown. Oh, that wasn't. Rothwell late.
Well, that is not a good challenge. It's an orange. That is absolute orange. Again, the referee will be in communication with his fourth official, with his assistant. Yeah.
It's red. It is red. Well, it's the stuff of nightmares on his debut, but he must have feared that.
Look, it ticks quite a few of the boxes, doesn't it? It's the sheer speed and intensity that he comes in at, and it's a side, it's a horrible tackle at full speed. It's even bad when you slow it down, and it's the kind of tackle that has the ability to injure an opponent, and that is another box that would tick.
But staring at the end of an unbeaten run of 8 games here at home, and the belief ebbing away, but not for him. We'll hurl it in there again. Cooper tempted forward. Tanganga doesn't get there. Strelets. Cooper makes the challenge. That is the last act. Borough back to the top. A bit of anxiety at the end, but a performance of such poise and style for so much of the match. Top of the table, a 7-point gap to third is not to be sniffed at this point in the season. Coventry to come next. That is a massive opportunity for them at the CBS Arena if they can replicate this kind of performance.
What an advert for Championship football that was. This was a statement victory.